say that what you see as a child really affects you as you later grow up. My grandmother, pictured in the middle here, died a morbidly obese woman. She was very sad and lonely. My dad, however, chose a different route. He too became fat, but then became, as we jokingly call it, an exercise nut. You can see him with his siblings. He's in the shorts there. He, at 74 years of age, still exercises an hour to an hour and a half a day.
Done with my run. It's 7:20 on Monday. I got up early because it's going to be 100 degrees today. And when I left to go on my run at 6:45, it was 70 already. So I wanted to make sure that I got my exercise in for today. And that's kind of, it's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today, is question for the week. And I'm your Monday vlogger, Julie, for Back2BasicsWLS. I wanted to talk to you. The question is it more mental work, or has your tool functioned for you the most? The first part of my journey was, I had the vertical sleeve. So the first part of my journey was completely, I'd say for the first 4 or 5 months, pretty much all tool. And I say that because the first month after your stomach is cut out, you're healing. You can't eat anything. It's all liquids for the first 2-3 weeks. And fourth week you get mushy food. And then you get to slowly progress until you get to have real food. But around the 5-month mark, when I could eat what I wanted, the losses became slower. But I did my research, and I knew that that was going to be the case. I knew that I had between a 6-month to a 9-month window to lose most of my weight. I decided early on that I was going to do a modified version of the Atkins diet, no carbs. So I didn't take in any sugar, no bread, no pasta, no potatoes, no rice. And I did that from day one. I did and still do eat fruit and vegetables. For me, they don't count because I think they're healthy for you. But essentially it was nothing processed, nothing that my body could immediately turn into sugar. But about the 5-month mark, it became mental, and I had to stick to my modified Atkins diet, and I stuck to it right up until my goal. I hit my goal in August of 2010. It's coming up. Around my goal, not at my goal, but around my goal, I decided, well, I'm in maintenance now, so I can start adding foods back in. And I went off the modified Atkins. Oh boy, that was hard. I didn't realize what my diet was doing for me, and really how little my surgery was doing. Because, I lost 145 pounds in 11 months, and through mostly diet, and I started exercising about the 6-month mark. And really, I didn't start exercising until about then. Well, maybe about 5-month mark. And then And then I started adding sugars back in, and it was really hard for me to maintain my weight. And through trial and error, I've discovered, and maybe discover is not the right word, or maybe I've just hit my head on the wall a couple of times too many, but I have discovered, ooh, there's a big rock in the middle of nowhere, I'm sitting on it. I've discovered that I can't eat sugar if I want to maintain my weight easily, and I have to exercise if I want to maintain my weight easily. And it's kind of too important to me to not do it. I mean, it seems kind of silly to ignore those signs. So right now, a year later, year and 6 months later, I still do a modified Atkins diet. So I think I was saying, because I'm back at my parents' home and sitting in their back porch and enjoying my coffee, first coffee of the morning. I think what I was saying before is that most of my journey has been mental. It's been a fight between the inner voice and the outside voice. The inner voice being right up here and the outside voice being me. I was reading on Back to Basics yesterday that some people name their inner voice. I like that idea. I haven't thought of an inner voice name for my inner voice. But most of my work has been mental. I was talking to my mom about, having to do this video, and knowing that, what my response would be, and she was like, "Oh, Julie," if I could imitate my mom, "Oh, Julie, it's all been mental. It's all been mental." She said, "I don't care what people say about your surgery. It's all been mental." And she's my mom, right? She doesn't know the first couple of months were hell, but I made a decision early on that this journey was for me, and it was a decision to get healthy. It was a decision to be active. It was a decision to be the person I knew I was inside, and that requires mental work. And I know that other surgeries, especially the lap band, I think that's the surgery that requires the most mental work, because you have to wait, from what I understand, to get your first fill, and then thereafter you have to just rely on how your stomach feels, whereas my stomach is always not there. I can eat about between 3 and 4 ounces of food at a time. Maybe a little bit, maybe 5 ounces. Maybe I can eat 5 ounces. But it's been that way forever. And, sometimes in the morning it's a little bit harder to eat. And in the late evening, it's super easy to eat. Sweets go down really fast. Sugars, any kind of stuff, go down really fast and really easily. That's okay. If I don't eat those, then I don't have that problem. But I have to not eat that stuff. I have to choose not to eat it. I have to choose to exercise 5 to 6 days a week. If I don't choose to do it, I will be back. Back really fast. I know me, and I know what that eating monster is like inside of me. And for me, it's all mental. All mental. Right now, at this point. It's all mental to get up and go exercise when I'm on vacation at 6:30 in the morning, because it's cooler out and I won't get my exercise in otherwise. For me, it's all mental to go and not eat sugar for the first 4 days. I mean, that's pure mental work, not to want to eat, and not drinking alcohol and stuff like that. I don't do any of it. And I'm a happier person for it too. I'm not nearly as emotional, and I'm not nearly as grouchy. And that's kind of interesting. But I did want to talk a little bit, and I've been talking, blabbing on for such a long time. I did want to talk a little bit about self-talk, because I think that is the primary part of the journey. And, people can talk about, is it mental or is it your tool? I think it's also this self-talk too, which is mental. How do you talk to yourself? I can't do it. I can't physically do it. I can't possibly do it. That little self-critical voice in my head comes rearing out. She's so mean to me when I'm running. So mean to me. You can't possibly go that far. And then I get mad at her and I go further. All of that stuff is self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? Do you tell yourself you can't possibly lose the weight? Pfft, you gotta get rid of that little girl inside your head, or that little boy. You're never gonna lose the weight if you listen to them. That's that self-talk and that mental game. You gotta banish it. Banish it. Yes, you can. You gotta keep saying to yourself. And I was telling my daughter the other day, because she was upset. She's 16, and she's very self-conscious of her body at that age. They're all very self-critical at that age, and she was not pleased with a certain aspect of her body, and I said, I want to talk to that voice inside your head for a minute. And she kind of looked at me like I was like from Mars. And I said, no, I'm talking to that voice that tells you when you look in the mirror that you're not gorgeous. I said, I am her mother. Leave her alone. I think she's gorgeous. And this is what I want to tell you. Yes, this is a mental game. Anybody who tells you otherwise, I'm sorry. They're fooling themselves. Anybody who gets this surgery and thinks it's a quick fix, they're fooling themselves. This is not a quick fix, especially after a year out. You are looking at pure mental. So how are you talking to yourself? How are you telling yourself you're going to succeed? You are telling yourself you're going to succeed, right? You better damn well be telling yourself you're going to succeed. Because I do it. I have to tell myself I'm going to do it. I already know what I need to do. It's not a question of what I know or don't know. I need to drink my water. I need to get my protein in. I need to exercise. And I need to not eat sugar. For me, I know what I need to do. So if I do that stuff, and I'm doing it on a consistent basis, how am I talking to myself? Am I going to succeed or not? Of course I am. Because I've told myself I'm going to succeed. I know I'm going to succeed. Thomas Edison said that genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. Same thing with weight loss. I don't care if you have weight loss surgery or if you are on Weight Watchers. 99% mental work, 1% your surgery. Sorry, but I think that's true. 99% mental work, getting yourself out there, doing the right things for you. I don't know what the right things are for you. I know what the right things are for me. And I know it's all my choices. It comes down to me choosing to do the right thing, day in and day out. So, me blah blah blahing again. Take care. Have a great week. Hope I said something that's valuable for you. Talk to you later. Bye.